Okay, welcome to today's free trading video and market analysis for the MiniAnalyst.com. I'm Kenny, your host, Senior Research Analyst. The first thing we're looking at is a sneak peek at our proprietary indicators. First thing we notice is a lot of red here. A lot of red here. And henceforth, you're getting the selling. Red equals selling. So we have red here, red here, red here, red here. Now these are our primary indicators. These are a bit ancillary, although still influential, but we definitely like to get an entire snapshot view of the market. If we scroll out a little bit, we can see just where we've been over the last few days. Had this big move up on Friday, I guess it was the 21st, and this little Santa Claus rally that we always like to have, and we certainly got. And this was definitely an indication of said rally. Definitely green, no red at any rate, although one could argue some divergences there. Did start to see some red slide around here. This was yesterday, and actually got a strong move higher late in the day. Bit of an explosive move, news related, one would argue, and did get some green, some convergences, confluences of our green, and but a little choppy here. And we actually went to we'll look at the daily chart in a second, but we're actually back to fully bullish from a discretionary basis, and we'll look at that in a second. But just here looking at the intraday, we see definitely this morning saw us a little bit of trouble late yesterday, certainly in price action, even with the trend, and definitely got the sell setups today with all red on the open, red, 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 and just as this continued on, definitely you wanted to be participating in the sell side. We did bottom right around 12:30, so bottom around midday, getting a snap back into the trend. Where do we go? Well, obviously we're getting some positive moves here, but still fully red there, so definitely a sell side bias, so you definitely want to be selling into the trend here. Having said that, that's a risky play because on the daily chart, we're looking at an ET sell signal, just really choppy action. We actually moved to officially bullish from a discretionary basis on this close, I believe. And so that was right at around 1485. We did mention that we would be sellers at 1490, the horizontal support resistance band of 1490 to 1500 that's been so pivotal, that we've mentioned so often, is definitely a sell zone, and as you can see, it has been a sell zone. We currently are at an ET sell signal, mid-level in nature, so one could argue could go either way. We're looking at this, bigger picture triangle formation. So as soon as we get a blast or a break, I should say, break below this trend or a blast above this foretop right here, descending trend, we'll get an explosive move, and that should be good. And we certainly expect that move in the first few days of next week, which we historically have profited quite nicely from those moves. Generally, you get the big strong move first 3 days, first week of the year. And so definitely want to get you guys interested in participating. If you haven't already, it's not too late to get an account set up, I wouldn't think. Maybe a little tight. Hopefully you already have an account, but definitely want to get in there. Today's the 27th. You could be open and funded by probably the 31st and just catch it. If not, maybe just catch the last few days. But definitely a very profitable week, the first week of the year historically for the MiniAnalyst.com. And actually, we're going to have some specials that I'm going to tell you about here in a second. But as far as the market, officially, we're bullish, 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 bullish. Short-term bullish, I-term neutral, short-term neutral, I-term neutral from a directional perspective, momentum there. From price technical, we're bearish. From again, officially, we're bullish. But with this trend, you definitely want to be keeping it very close to the vest and trading as little as possible. Now, having said that, that's on a discretionary basis, and that's for your positions and your own personal trading. But we're the MiniAnalyst.com portfolios. We're a systemized firm, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. Well, we've just been having a banner quarter to round out just a great year. So we're going to go ahead and pull that up right here. And let's go ahead and look back. These are our primary portfolios. These are our favorite portfolios right now, the Map Black, Swinger DT, the Delta portfolios, of course, the Map DT version 2.0, TTT version 2.0, and the Dual Day Trader DS. And if we can look back, these are the portfolios that we've been pushing pretty heavily. And if we can look back to, oh, I don't know, 8. So 9 days, we see a gain of some nice gains here. Whoa, very impressive 18% gain, but very strong 5 to 10% gains. And these are not small moves, folks. You know, $2,000 to $4,000, $6,000 is not a small move on a per day basis. And of course, you go into Tuesday, very strong gains, more of an average of 10%. Had a losing day on Wednesday, 12.19. Some small relative losses, minus 4%. Looks like, well, we did have a minus 9% in the very aggressive dual day trader. And another kind of a mixed day on Thursday, the 20th, 21st. Outstanding day. The Swinger DT really starts to pick up steam here. This is probably our favorite aggressive portfolio. Again, we've mentioned it several times, and we are futures risk speculative firms, so we tend to favor the more high risk and thus high return side of things. Although we do definitely focus on managing the downside risk, and we do that a lot through diversification. But as you can see here, just on this 9-day snapshot, very small losses here. Very impressive and solid gains, and then you have these outstanding gains. So nice little gain the next day for our portfolios, about 5%. A little bit choppy in the day after, and then that was actually yesterday, and then today, nice little 5 to 10% move. And again, 5 to 10% moves in your portfolio is not a small gain, folks. So where does that have us? Well, the Swinger DT, this should actually be 9 days, sorry about that. As of 12/27, 9 days is actually up 72.81%. So definitely probably not the best time to be buying this portfolio. You want to wait for a pullback. You definitely want to be buying another great portfolio that may have been underperforming, although many of our portfolios you'd be kind of hard pressed to find that, so you really just need to jump in. Another one of our favorite portfolios is the MapDT version 2.0, and it just happens to be the second leading percentage gainer with a gain of 46% or $9,155. In the last 9 days, the dollar gain for the Swinger DT over almost $22,000, almost the same gain as our $100,000 Map Black. Of course, this has much less risk overall in relative terms. The Map Black does to the Swinger DT. Another popular thing you might want to consider is if you have $50,000 in risk capital you want to put to work, just use the Swinger DT for it. That makes it slightly less aggressive, brings down the risk considerably. The return percentage brings it down to more nominal, probably 50% over the last 9 days, but still outstanding portfolio. And of course, as you can see, our other aggressive dual day trader, very small account, 45% in the last 9 days, or $2,500 almost. So these are our gains, and wanted to also tell you about, these are our recent gains, wanted to tell you about a special that we do this every year. This is for new clients only. And we do this every year to get those of you who have been just kind of sitting on the fence saying, well, I've got this bonus check coming and I've got this year in this and I want it to put to work, but what should I do? Should I go with the MiniAnalyst.com? I see all these great gains all the time. Well, this is a kind of incentive, helps us for the end of the year, and it helps you kind of get off the fence. It is a double your money special. Now, what you do is you simply go in, let's say you want to do the Swinger DT. You see it's cost $22,000 in a couple of weeks, and just I want to definitely participate in that. You go in and go add to cart. We'll pull this over a little bit, and you want to do let's go ahead and empty that. So basically, you essentially want to just do 2 subscriptions, any 2 3-month subscriptions. In other words, a 6-month subscription to any portfolio, $20,000 and above. So that's the MapDT version 2.0, the Swinger DT, the Delta 5, the Delta DT. We may even consider doing the DTSs, but not sure. You'll have to write in about that, or $10,000 or $15,000 portfolio. But right now it's $20,000 portfolios, 6 months and above. So you do 2, and you go ahead and proceed to checkout, and that I should have just hit recalculate. Sorry, I've been a little bit under the weather. And that'll give you $3,000 for a 6-month subscription. And what that will do is we will actually double your subscription. So it's buy 6 months, get 6 months free. You'll have the whole of the year. And definitely look forward to getting you guys involved in that.